What's going on out there, people? We're gonna make this video talking about gang stalking. Fucking yeah. One thing I want to talk about is perception in general. Perception is one of they biggest weapons, man. They love to manipulate perception and use it for their benefit. You know what I'm saying? To further their campaign. And if you just happen to be a random motherfucker that stumbled upon my video and you like, what the fuck is this dude talking about? Gang stalking. And this video probably ain't for you, son, for real. Like, it's a bunch of videos explaining this shit. I'm not gonna do that shit every video. It basically, yeah, get into it. It involves a lot of weird ass technology and smear campaigns, etc. But for everybody else that's going through this shit, or they know somebody that's going through this shit, or they just on some freedom fighter type shit and trying to help this fucking fly, trying to help put this country back where it's supposed to fucking be, or this world actually, because this shit is worldwide. This shit is crazy. We're gonna talk about perception. Now, perception is like a powerful tool because you got to think like how the world works today. Like the way, let's look at like Hollywood and the music industry. Like the way people are perceived can benefit or hurt their career. You know what I'm saying? It's like look at the situation right now with the baby going on. He said like some homophobic stuff on stage. And now he's like losing they throwing him off tours and shit like that. Even before him, the Tory Lanez, they say he shot Meg Thee Stallion in the foot, and people didn't want to work at home. R. Kelly, you know, he did all that shit. Everybody look at him like, oh, what the fuck, bro? Can't even listen to your music no more. You know what I'm saying? Like what they do with perception is on a smaller scale though. It's the same idea though. Like I'm not saying none of these dudes is guilty or innocent, but I just said like, but sometimes I believe like they're very innocent. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. God knows the truth for those type of situations. But I know about this gang stalking shit, and I don't believe anybody could get like to that level of success while you being targeted. It's just not possible. Like it's literally not possible. You know, like they could. Like, you hear stories of people getting on. It's like, yeah, I got a phone call from so and so, and bang, my career started. Or you know, I auditioned for a movie, and they call me back and say you got the part, and my career started. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you won't get that call if you were Target. Like that's just how it goes if you're a Target. Like you won't even get that call. Like even if they trying to call you, like it just won't go through. Like that's how this technology works. Like they real picky with the calls that you receive. Like even if you ever be unemployed and you're trying to trying to find a new job, you'll notice like only certain jobs will call you back. Like you know what I'm saying? And sometimes you could apply for a job that pays lower, but it's just not in sometimes it varies the reason, but most of the time it be vicinity. Like, all right, we're working on a smear campaign with you in this city, so we can't have you working in another city where nobody's gonna see you because we're working on these people right now. That's the shit with smear campaigns too. I noticed like they got to get them done. You know what I'm saying? They got to get them done fast. So it's like they they can't be like, yo, come to you one day and be like, yeah, I heard that dude right there is a terrorist. He got a bomb in his basement. And they be like, what? And you know, like, oh my God, don't talk to him. And then they don't talk about you. And then 3 years go by, and they just bring your name up, like, oh, remember that dude that had the bomb in his basement? Now he's fucking little kids. And it just doesn't work like that. Like they got to keep going every day, every day. It's psychological. Like if you keep hearing negative things about somebody every day, eventually it gets engraved in your subconscious. Like whether you believe it or not, it's in your subconscious now. So you're gonna feel a way about it, even if you're not aware of it. You know what I'm saying? It's psychological shit. motherfucking what I was saying, about perception, like what they do with the targets is it's the same type of thing. Like they keep ramming negative, like I just said, they keep ramming negative statements, but they do it on a smaller scale. So it's like, with it start with a small group of people. It's like a 6 degrees of separation. Like they start with those people, then they start with those people, then they go to those people's friends, then those people's friends, like, and just keep going out like a web, like, till they get everybody. Like, all right, we got everybody in this city hating them. Like, all right, now it's time to move on to the next city, or the next, the next area of the city. Like, well, I say city, but I mean like groups. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got this crowd hating them. Now let's get this crowd to hate them. Like, motherfucking like, I give you an example today. Like, what they do. This is like normal shit for me. I got went to a funeral. It's my uncle's funeral. I wasn't too close to my uncle like that or nothing, but still my uncle. Like, so, go to his funeral, like, show respect. As soon as we pull up there, my father, which I have like zero relationship with this motherfucker. He's one of those dudes that was like in and out the house when I was growing up, but he never was really, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he just like an in and out the house type dude. Like, go to jail or fucking go start another family and come back and then go get another girl and try to come back. Like, he's one of those type of dudes, like, motherfucker. So I never really had like no relationship with this dude to this day. Like, the longest conversation we had was probably like 3 minutes, just to for y'all can understand this. Like, I don't got no relationship with this dude. Even when I was a kid, like, we never talked more than like 2 minutes. Like, even when I was a kid, like, you feel me? Like, never had no relationship with this dude. Motherfucking but yeah, we pull up to the funeral home, and my father's there, and he gives my mother a hug, and, like, oh, my condolences, all that. Like, what you supposed to do? Like, and then I walk by him, I just gave him a head nod like that, like, what up? And I don't got, like, he like mumble some shit, like, what? And then he's walking to the car, like, I don't got nothing to say to you. And he just walks into the car, like, and leaves, like, what the fuck was that? Like, weird as hell. Like, mind you, like I said, I haven't had a conversation with this dude longer than 2 minutes. Like, for real. Motherfucking, last time I seen him before that was at like my aunt's funeral, like, probably like 2 years ago. Like, it's probably like 2, 3 years ago. Last time I seen him. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I was like, yo, I'm like, what the fuck was that about? Like, but whatever. Like, what's going on there? Obviously, they ran a smear campaign on this nigga. You know what I'm saying? So he's like super tight about me about some shit that's probably not even true. Or if it is true, it's none of his business anyway. Because, nigga, we don't have no relationship. So how the fuck is you mad at me? You feel me? Like, and you can't even address the issue like a little bitch. Like, but this that nigga ain't shit to me. So, like, that shouldn't really get to me. I was like, all right, this nigga's just a weirdo. Like, and now I know what type of energy he on. Next time I see him look at me funny, I knock that motherfucker jaw off, bro. He's a little ass nigga. This nigga's like 5'5". Like, I will power bomb this little nigga. Motherfucking but yeah, whatever. Then I go into the funeral. That's not why I told the story. But I go into the funeral. But that's just like an example of how they do smear campaigns. You see how, like I said, I haven't seen this man in like 3 years, and last time I seen him was just like, what up, what up, and that's it. And before that shit, I probably haven't seen him like 5 years before that. Like, I see these niggas like sparks in my life, but that means they ran a smear campaign on him, cause it's like a cutting the branches. You know what I'm saying? Tying the loose ends. Like, they figured, all right, they on this never ending quest, like, to fuck up your life. If you're a target, you understand what I mean. Like, every aspect of your life, they on this never ending quest. It's every day, all day. It's never ending quest, but motherfucking. So they look at shit like, all right, he doesn't have a relationship with this dude now, but maybe if things get hard enough, he might reach out to this dude for help. You know what I'm saying? Because they super goal is to get me like homeless out here. They want me to be looking like a lick out here. That's why they always trying to stop me from getting jobs and doing weird shit, like trying to stop relationships. That relationship could benefit me anyway, like financially. Like, they go hard, running smear campaigns to turn that person against me, bro. Motherfucking yeah, but that's why I said that shit. Just just to let y'all know, like that's the type of shit they be doing behind your back. Like they obviously ran a smear campaign on, because you can't be mad at somebody that you haven't seen for years, and last time you seen him, it was like, what up? And he can't even address the issue. That's like gang stalking 101. Like it's an issue there, but they won't address it. And when you address it, like they call you crazy, they lock you up, they do all this weird shit, like oh he's on drugs, like you know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm already 14 years in, so I seen every angle, nigga. Like I already know that angle. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna lie, I was tight. Like if I would have actually heard what the fuck he was saying before he got into the car, it probably would have been a different situation. Even though he didn't really say that, I'm gonna know to talk to you. But he's like mumbled it like a little bitch. Like, but whatever. I go in the funeral home, and I'm already like, and that's a gang stalker tactic too, because what it does is it puts you on edge. It lets you know like you're not welcome here. You know what I'm saying? Like nigga, we could just say anything about you and not even tell you, so everybody's gonna believe it's true. Like that's what why they do that. As soon as I pull up, you know what I'm saying? To put you on the edge. For you could go in there, and then when you go in there and you're antisocial, which naturally you'll be, like niggas got issues with me and the family and they don't want to address it, motherfucking like naturally you're gonna be like, yo, what the fuck is going on? Let me be on point out here. Like these niggas might be trying to set me up, motherfucking So you're gonna be a little antisocial. But what they do is they take that, which is a natural reaction. They take that, and there's gonna be normal people in that room too, though. That's the shit you always gotta remember. Like they wouldn't do all this acting shit if it wasn't no normal people there. You know what I'm saying? So somebody in that room is a normal person, even if it's just one person. Like somebody in that room is not with the gang stalking shit. And if you go in there and just be antisocial and mad or whatever, or like on your guard all the time, you're just gonna look like an asshole. And that's what they want. But they could be like, look, he's mean, like he doesn't talk to nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what they want. So I was like, whatever. I just kept it cordial and then hey, what's up? What's up? You know? Don't ever disclose too much situation if you find yourself in that situation. I mean, don't ever disclose too much information to nobody in that room if you find yourself in that situation. Because they already know everything about you. And if they bring a sign up about you, it's they're trying to get you to talk about it because they got a smear campaign going on, and they trying to get some little voice recording for they could be like, look, he said this, so this must be true, and you don't even know what the fuck is going on, motherfucking yeah. So I just kept it cordial with everybody. Bang, I go to the funeral, and my aunt told me before I even went over there. My aunt I don't know if she's a gangster. I really don't know, but she seems like a nice lady most of the time. She's like a family orientated person. And she's like, "Oh, I'm come to my house. We're gonna be cooking out over there after." So I was like, "All right, I'll go through get some food." As soon as I get there, well, I'll say about 2 minutes after I get there, I guess they set up the technology and shit, the cameras and shit, and then I just start hearing a bunch of bitches in the background. Like, look, he's looking at his aunt's ass. He's looking, and like my aunts are like old as hell, bro. Like old as hell. Like nobody wants to look at their ass. They old as hell, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like you just hear, I just start hearing all the voices in the, so I start looking around, and they doing that for you, because they already got a smear campaign going on, saying that I think people are stalking me all the time. They'll say like he thinks people are stalking him while they're stalking you. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how fucking bugged out this shit is, bro. Like, so I'm like, whatever. This is one of those. They must have some hidden cameras hidden around here. And it's like, why would you stay in that situation? And if I start asking people like, yo, what's going on? Y'all got hidden cameras on me? That furthers their campaign. You understand? It's about perception. It's about how people see you. It's not about the truth. Like the truth has nothing to do with this life, yo, for real. When you a target, like the truth really doesn't even fucking matter to you. I used to think that shit for 9 years. Like, yo, if I just live a certain way, like mind my business, like the truth will show, like I'm just trying to live my life out here. But it doesn't work like that, bro. Like the truth doesn't mean shit. Like for real, it's all about what people see. Like what you could convince somebody. Like long story short, I end up leaving because like I try to make small talk with a couple of my family members. Like I was at first I was like, let me just see if it got to be some normal people here, because why would they be doing all this if it wasn't no normal people here? You know, like it's one thing like you get stalked 24/7 when you a target. But when the people around you you start seeing shit like that, like certain patterns, a lot of stank looks, and you know you can feel the energy. Like, all right, somebody here got a problem. Like, especially when you're being watched as a target, you could tell. Like it's always like I don't know how many it is. I think it's like 3 or 4 maybe. Like regular stalkers that stalk me all day. Like that's their job. They stalk me all day. Like they're in the background right now somewhere. Like you know what I mean? You can hear them in one of these fucking houses. Like it's all day every day, bro. Like want to take a piss, like shower all day every day. Those people. When we start hearing like more people in the group, that means they're doing a campaign right there. Like they got hidden cameras on you, and they have like a larger group of people. So they're trying to prove something. Like the point they were trying to prove right there is that I'm a weirdo. You know what I'm saying? That I be looking at my aunt's ass. Nobody in my family wants to talk to me. That's why I was like, I try to make small talk with people, but it was really not. You know what I'm saying? Trying to engage with me like that. You could just tell like they was not trying to engage with me with nothing. Like, so I'm like, whatever. Like I just left because that's the best shit you could do in that situation. Just leave, bro. Like it's some fuckery shit going on. Like why would you stay around that shit, bro? Like for real. Like you know, you're just gonna stand there and it's like nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody want to engage with you. Like and you got hidden cameras around. You can hear the voices in the background, but when nobody want to acknowledge the voices in the background, like they had like a group of bitches. Like I guess they was trying to. Because what happens is like sometimes a girl will see me like even like on Instagram. Like I'm not kidding you. Like I don't know all the facts, but I believe that's how deep this shit go. Like even though like the girl see you like on Instagram or something, and she likes you, they'll go and seek that girl out. You know what I'm saying? And 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 try to find out who she is, who her circle is, and they'll infiltrate her circle to get closer to that girl, or just to convince that girl that you know you're a fucking demon and she has no business talking to you. Like I believe that's how deep it go, bro. Like, cause the voices I be hearing, like when I be chilling, and they get the group of girls. Like I don't recognize none of these voices, so I know I haven't talked to none of these girls before in person. You know what I'm saying? So like that shit gets weird, bro. It gets real weird. But basically, they just wanted me to stand there, nobody talk to me, and they got the cameras on me the whole time. Like, look, he's an offie, like, or offie's like a weirdo, like in my city, like that's what they say. Motherfucking yeah, just remove yourself from that situation, bro. For real. Like they're gonna stalk you when you go home, but shit, like I said, it's about perception. Like ain't no way you gonna ever nobody's gonna tell you who these people are. Ain't no way you ever gonna find out because they watching everything you do. Like when you go outside, they watching you walk outside. So all they gotta do is just keep walk. If you walking right, they gotta walk left. Like it's not it's not that fucking it's not rocket science. It's how they you can't never see these niggas. They're just fucking obsessed. Like fucking yeah. So you gotta be aware of that perception, bro. But now the but now if they want to come and bring those same group of girls over here to whatever little stalking apartment they got around my house. Everywhere you live, like they get a few apartments, like and they fill it up with stalkers and shit, like and they just stalk you all day. Fucking, but they want to bring those girls over here. Now you just stalking me in my house, and it's harder to convince them that they're not a bunch of fucking weirdos just stalking them in, like you know what I'm saying? Like, it make it even worse. Like I was sitting in my fucking parking lot, so because they like to do this shit, like oh, bring them outside, we're gonna fuck them up. Like I don't want to be sitting in my parking lot every day, because then you really start looking weirdo. Like this nigga just sitting there every day. Like people start calling the cops on you, like knowing people and shit. Like it gets more complicated. You can't do that every day, but you could do that sometimes. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's about perception. Like what can they do? Like these niggas is pussy as fuck. First of all, everything they do is to hide their pussiness. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna run up on you. So what they gotta do? You know what they resort to with me? Like I'm smoking a black right now. I'm telling him to stay there. I'm telling him, like, but then as soon as I go inside, like they be like, bring him out here, I'll fuck him up. Like this shit is so fucking psychotic, bro. It's so psychotic, nigga. Like You will lose your fucking mind if you get too caught up in this shit. That's why I say remove yourself from those situations, like, cause I haven't chilled with my family probably like since damn nigga like last winter. You know what I'm saying? And and I grew up like my family was tight. Like we used to chill all the time. Like when somebody having like a birthday, everybody go through like that type of shit. Like you know, any occasions that we always to go. Like y'all having a cookout for the Fourth or something. Like, we used to be real close like that. But so that's the only reason why I went there in the first place because I was like, it's my family. Let me see if I could just maybe find a normal person here. But I'm pretty sure. Like I don't know. I don't got the facts, but I have no idea what the fuck be going on. But it just seems like everybody down with this shit. And why would you keep yourself in a situation where it's just a bunch of people around running smear campaigns, trying to prove that you some type of monster or whatever they trying to prove. Like you just gotta get the fuck out of there. Like I'll be trying my best to like stay out the way and stay away from everybody, but still be like when I see them showing some measure of love, like hey, what's up, like, and I find that kind of works the best. It's almost like you gotta trick your mind, like yo, you gotta convince yourself that you don't give a fuck about nobody in this world. Because once you start caring, they paying attention, bro. They paying attention to your thoughts. That's how voice and skull works. It's called neural monitoring. Motherfucking, they know. You feel me? Like if you think of somebody too much, they gonna start working on that person, bro. So it's like you gotta trick your mind and just be comfortable being by yourself. Like I'm real comfortable by myself. Like I feel like I'm more comfortable right here by myself than in where I was earlier at a cookout with my family members. Like I'm way more comfortable right here by myself, bro. Like feel way better. Motherfucking and I wasn't like that in the beginning. I was one of those people. I used to like always having somebody there to smoke with, like have a smoking partner, drinking partners and shit. Like, but yeah, you gotta like train yourself to be like that, cause that's how you survive out here, and that's how you keep your sanity. But yeah, I just wanted to speak on that a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And big up to all the TIs out there that be hitting me up. All the TIs making videos. If you comment on my shit and I don't get back to you, they deleted your comment, man. This gangstalking shit is a motherfucker. But you probably doing something right. They don't want me to talk to you, like for real. You probably doing something right. So yeah, keep doing what the fuck you doing, man. Like, yeah, niggas keep rocking. Be safe out there.